Here we go. This is round 1, game 2. I would not like to mulligan. This hand is okay. I'm going to have to speed up my gameplay just a little bit, because I am already down 15 minutes. In my last video, I killed my opponent just due to him going over on time, so that is something that you have to be mindful of. I'm usually not this slow of a player, but when you explain everything that you're doing, it can slow you down a little bit. Alright, get that there, and F6. Alright, he's got his undead Minotaur, and it will bounce off my undead Minotaur for a while. You know, Cursed Spirit is not actually as good as it usually is. I may have considered cutting that. That might be something that I go to if this ends up going to game 3. I would really like that 4th and 5th and 6th land. So what I want is runner 3 lands, including an island. In a perfect world, 2 swamps and an island. Well, there's the swamp. Okay, so attacking is not going to do a whole lot of good. I'll just bounce off his Minotaur. He's going to end up hitting me in the air. So I'll just get down my Spirit and pass the turn. Rod of Ruin, huh? Alright. Well, I guess that just happened. Yep, that flies over. So I guess I do have a couple of guys that have 1 toughness. Might board those out if this goes to game. Man, I am just fishing my wish here. Alright, so he's sending 4 over, I'm sending 5 over. I get down Nightwing Shade, and if I can draw my swamp next turn, I will already have enough to refill my hand. I don't know if I will refill my hand, because I've already got a lot of gas. So I might end up spending some of the rest of that stuff. Hate to spend a Doomblade when you don't need it, though. Alright, he got his mountain. I will not trade the Nightwing Shade for the Condor. We can race, I'm fine with that. He's got his own Nightwing Shade, but you cannot Doomblade because it's black. Nightmare. Okay, so I'm a land short. Okay, let's do some combat math real quick. Alright, so I'm going to swing with everybody because he cannot kill me on the crackback. He may choose to block the Accursed Spirit with the Nightwing Shade. If he does, I've got Grim Return. Okay, so he just let that go through. So now I've got all this mana sitting around. So I could kill his Condor and then throw it in front of the Shade if I wanted to. Instead, I think I'm just going to hold this negate as well as the Grim Return, just in case he's got any shenanigans. Alright, let's see what shenanigans lie in wait. Alright, will he attack? He sends everybody. Okay, so he's going to let that fly. Let's see, he's going to get me for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can get me for up to 8. Which just leaves me to swing back for what I think is lethal. But I can't just sit on all this mana, right? I've got to do something with it. So I think I'm going to Doomblade The only thing that I can actually Doomblade. And then I'm going to Grim Return it. Now I know that he can just Rod of Ruin it, but at least that would wrap up his mana. Alright, so he'll let that go through. He Ring Fleshes, okay. I'm a little surprised that he chose to Ring Flesh instead of Rod of Ruin. So either that was a blunder, or he's got something to do with that mana. Okay, so he's got Blightcaster, but I think I might have him here. Let's see. Okay, so then rather than spend my mana on pumping this guy up, I am going to send through with everybody, but then I'm going to play a Warden to be able to do some blocking duty, as well as hold up a Negate in case he's got anything that would make me very unhappy. So if he does block the Spirit, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I'll hold back the Undead. Just attack with these two. Okay, so he will trade there. So I'll get my 2 through. Play a Warden and hold up a Negate. So I think, playing conservatively, I've taken any kind of serious crackback worries away. So he goes for the Domestication, and yeah, I can't let that one stick. So that Domestication is going to get negated. I think that that's probably game. Got Merfolk Spot, which could get some work done here. It'll get cast. Should attack with both of these. Be happy to trade that way. And I will pump this guy twice. So he goes for the trade, takes 4, and then I'm going to get my Merfolk Spy. That's right, Merfolk Spy. So he can Rod of Ruin that, of course, but, you know, it'll tie up his mana. It is a 2-turn clock on its own. Okay, so he uses Liturgy of Blood, which I can do nothing about. It's fine. And he's going to use that other 3. Yeah, that's efficient. Bravo. Okay, so now I have 8 and he has 2, and we have Undead Minotaurs staring each other down. He can slowly paint away at me with Rod of Ruin, except I just drew Sangir Vampire. So now he has to have an answer to that.